Okay.
I'm like, my heart is pumping so fast. Hey everyone, it's me, Raza Malik, and this is my co-host.
Oh, Bayley
Jesus
Nargang.
Christ.
What's up?
Oh my god. And now featuring, oh, I love the script. and now featuring
Why, Mom? Hello, everyone. I can't.
Welcome back to another rambunctious episode of Same Shit, Different Day, the show that breaks the ice. The one where you can bring up at dinner parties and show how sophisticated you are, or the one where you bring up on dates just to make yourself look more cultured, because that's what we are. The Fox News for Zoomers. With that... This week, I guess we're going to talk about YouTubers beating the shit out of TikTokers. Bailey, take the floor. Do you think this is a trend that is going to continue? Bailey, let's see what Bailey has to say about that.
Can I go straight into my sassy point then? Because that's like straight into my fucking sassy point. The YouTubers. So, okay, quick context. Everyone knows the whole Logan Paul, Jake Paul, that this has been like a trend that they've been trying to pop off. Actually, if you saw, Floyd pulled out of the Logan fight, which I'm not surprised by. But aside from that, I think these boxing matches are actually like the easiest way to put your content behind a paywall nowadays. Because ain't nobody gonna pay to watch a video anymore, but they'll pay to watch a fight. So I'm a worthless YouTuber. It's way more efficient for me to try to start some beef and get a fight and then actually get pay-per-view money, right?
But I would like to unpack the fact that Floyd bowed out of the fight. I'm confusion. I mean, if he lost, it would have been career slaughter, but it also would have been amazing for him to win.
I think because I'm pretty sure that there's some politics behind the scene. He wants more money, or they want a bigger deal. I'm pretty sure it's more money.
I think Floyd wanted more money, and then especially now that it's like just growing, he wants to be like the pinnacle, pinnacle of YouTuber boxing should be a Floyd fight, not like the beginning of the trend, you know?
Well, if it's going to be possible career suicide, then yeah, I'd rather wait till the end and end my career at the end.
That's kind of what Floyd, he won't take the L, but he wants the biggest. Floyd is smart when it comes to money. He can't read, but he knows how to make the most money possible.
So is that true?
He's sorta illiterate, not fully.
Yeah. I just think the whole idea of like losing a fight to Logan or Jake, like how upsetting would that be to your ego? Even me, like knowing that I would get rocked by them, it would burn my ego to lose.
Nate Robinson still hasn't posted to any social media since he got knocked out by Jake.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
It's embarrassing because that kid is a lunatic. That's nuts.
Well, and it's also you're a basketball player, and you're gonna go up against a short kid who's gonna have like mad punching strength.
Yeah. Well, so that's the big thing though. Is like you have to give those boys credit. Like as much as I'm like, okay, they're idiots, they've made a lot of mistakes and all this stuff in social media and their platform and like just even how they became famous. Like I get all of that, but like you kind of have to give them credit. Like they do. Like I know Jake trains. I don't know obviously because I don't know him personally, but it's rumored, I guess, that he trains like a madhouse. So how can you got to give him the credit, right?
I do keep up with some boxing shit, and I've heard they're like given that credit. Like supposedly, like Jake and Logan could actually try to box if they wanted to, but that's it.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's it. He ain't gonna beat fucking Floyd. Like
no.
It's gonna be like.
It's scary to think that it may kind of be possible. It's a little scary to risk.
Floyd's the best defensive boxer ever. So it's like it's high risk, but at the same time, if these kids are inexperienced, he's literally the best dodger ever.
but think about with Conor. But think about how everybody was hype over Conor. I watched his first fight and I saw him win his first fight, and then he just like didn't lose anything after that. And then he lost recently, and people are still memeing about it. It still comes up on my Twitter feed all the time.
Because that's all Floyd did to him. Conor ran at him trying to UFC him, and Floyd just boxed him. He just kind of stood there and just danced around while Conor tried to knock him out, and that's not how you box. Unfortunately.
No, but that's the thing. Like, it sucks because he's built up this career, and now it's like it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
But nobody's gonna look at the fact that like he stepped out of his field into something different, and people are like, "Oh, it's interchangeable. It's the same sport." It's like, no, it's different. It's not interchangeable.
So, okay, I brain tick live. I've never made this comparison, but like. So what's the difference? Why do people accept Conor still? Like, Conor's still not fully memed, but Ronda Rousey has been like completely kicked out of the spotlight.
Because she's a woman.
Man. Oh, hey, wine mom.
There you go. I just needed to set that up. That needed to be said.
Raza was like, "How do I answer this well?" And I'm like, "Woman." But you know, it's sad to say, but like that's the truth of it, because how many people were coming at her just because she was a woman, and like I saw lots of people calling her a man, and like people be shitty. It's the best way to put that. But yeah,
it's this because UFC is I don't want to be canceled this early on, and the UFC base is very militant, but it's because the UFC base loves dudes beating the shit out of each other. If a woman speaks out and says, "Hey, I want more money," she's gonna get ridiculed like the WNBA players do all the time.
I mean, yeah. Women are really only just used to like look at. It's like no one really cares about what they're actually doing, which sucks. It's like you think about it even with like wrestling, how they have wrestling, and you know, whether it's staged or not staged is its own conversation. Okay, Raza, be careful there.
But it's sneeze. I'm trying to not.
I was like, what the fuck is that? Yeah.
No, but thinking about like with wrestling, right? How often are the women really just like the header, or they are walking around in bikinis with numbers? Like, it's really just like the women are there just for like that little bit of like entertainment, and not for like, I'm saying like a lot, but not for actual sport, right? It's more entertainment sake, and it's not taken as seriously. And that's how I see it anyways.
Well, it's like something you can look at as like a correlation is look at how many of the like diva star wrestlers are now OnlyFans stars, right? And now it's not necessarily that there's anything wrong with doing that type of sex work. It's just the correlation of if you're moving from wrestling to that industry, it's like your career path was already leaning towards that because you were over sexualized as a diva. You gotta be a diva in wrestling. There ain't no fucking even Ronda Rousey is now done up as like a little bit more sexualized, right?
See, it's like all that stuff I can understand and I accept, and I get what you're saying. It's just, it sucks though that like as women, it's like once you are no longer, and it's not just in that wrestling aspect. But it's like main, like really important women who have done things like they end up in these places because people don't want to pay them what they're worth anymore. And so they get stuck when you're a social media influencer going from any kind, even if you're like a celebrity, any kind of like, you know, like groups of people surrounding you and paying for you, the minute that you become irrelevant, it's like a panic to figure out where to go next. And there's so many like big YouTubers that are doing it now, celebrities that are doing it, and all different forms of celebrities, B-list, A-list, like it's very popular now.
Doing what?
Going into OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
Like even like people who had like who were doing like Patreon, right? They had a lot of Patreon content, and at that time Patreon wasn't used for sexual content. It was just used for posting things ahead of time. But a lot of those people who were big on Patreon have since moved over to OnlyFans because they're getting more money opportunities.
Yeah, well, I mean, it pays the creators much more fairly.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And it's more
until Bella comes in and shits on everyone.
No, but like percentage-wise, like you make much better percentages as well.
Correct. Yeah.
And it has a lot better mobile functionality, like as well as the ability to like directly message each one of your followers. Like, so there's like benefits to using the platform, as you're the one that says that it's like it was used for more than just sexual content previously. Correct, right? So.
Well, no, but that's the truth, right?
Yo,
you're the one who said that, so I'm gonna gotch you now.
Well, okay, all right. I deserve that. I deserve that.
Okay, but to be fair, it's not really like it wasn't really a got you. You didn't really get me. I did say that it is true that the platform wasn't originally used for that. But at the time, like, neither was Patreon. But even Patreon's being used that way now. Like, it just how things change.
But I'm confused at why.
What are you trying to get me for? What are we doing?
I'm just confused at why it's negative. I don't get what's negative.
Oh, I don't think it's negative at all. I think you do whatever you want. But when we were talking about that, let's put context, right? When we were talking about that last time, we were talking about the fact that like websites start off as one thing and then people use it for something else. Because we were talking about how Tumblr, because this is when we were talking about this last week, we were talking specifically about how Tumblr was cracking down on what was going on their website, and that a lot of people have started moving, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on, Bailey?
How does this relate to pay-per-view boxing?
It doesn't, but I'm just putting context. No, it doesn't, but I'm putting context.
Okay, I got you then. My brain was
what you said about OnlyFans.
All right, I got you.
Because we were talking about how wrestlers have now started doing OnlyFans content.
No, I agree with that.
So,
I agree with that.
All right.
Talking about money.
Okay.
So
We went down a rabbit hole. Save us, Raza.
I'm gonna read the press release, and the joke of it sounds like how Bayley talks. So it's like big words and stuff too. So it's like this
okay.
So Social Gloves Battle of the Platforms, a monumental boxing and live entertainment featuring the biggest names in social media, is announced to take place in June 2021. The historic pay-per-view event will be produced and distributed by LiveX Live Media, a global platform for live streaming on demand audio and stuff. So they are sort of making a big deal about this. They want all eyes on this, and I believe this is going to set a series of chain of events, because we're going to start seeing you know how every Saturday there's a UFC fight. We're going to start seeing every Friday there's going to be a YouTuber card or something.
I think the chain's already started and we're late to the news. I totally agree with you.
I think it's funny that they're calling them the biggest social media influencers when I literally only know one of them. Like, who are these people?
And the other guy. That's all I know is.
I don't know these people, but okay.
Like, none of them look intimidating. If you see the picture, there's a guy with glasses on, and I'm just like,
look back at this.
Wrong place.
I'm going back to check too.
This isn't a Discord server, dude. Maybe you should.
Yeah, the guy with glasses is a little much. He's a little much.
And it's jokes because they're all they're all fit, but they're not boxing fit. They're not like UFC toned and stuff like that. They're like like normal. If you go to a fitness center,
Yeah,
for like
they
a
did
year,
this.
you'll end up like that.
This is the same shit as the celebrity boxing and everything, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, so why do we gotta expect them just because there's a pay-per-view boxing match? Do you need your toxic masculinity to come with the most sculpted bodies possible?
Yes.
Look at who they are.
I think they do. Because they are all toxic masculinity. Yes, Raza. That's what they are. They literally live for that shit. So if you want to be that way, yeah, bring it.
Yeah.
You know, you want to push toxic masculinity on everyone else. Like,
No soy boys in here.
That's it, your turn.
They're literally fighting over a beef. You should see the argument, the text thread that they released. I lost. I sacrifice brain power for y'all. Okay, I've sacrificed brain power for y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Looking these dumb podcast news every day, and then always end up on a TikToker saying some dumb shit.
Ugh.
And here's what Bryce Hall said about white people.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Whoa, no, I lost it. Never mind. Bailey, you talk.
All
I need to
right.
find
So
it.
there's something that's like that. I bring up the celebrity boxing. Like, this isn't like that new. I don't think people give enough credit to like the idea of that the celebrities were already doing this in like the weird mid 2000s when there was that range like pre Will Smith on YouTube where the celebrities couldn't figure out how to make money on the internet just yet. And they already did the celebrity boxing thing. We already saw this formula work. I think it's just going to take the similar pattern. They'll start doing a few pay-per-views. There'll be a TV show or two. And then there'll be like a Floyd level event. And then this shit's going to fizzle out real quick. Like, I give you like 7 years. 7 years is my bet. I think 7 years
so
of
I
YouTube
found it.
boxing.
Sorry. I'll
Okay.
just
No?
Say it.
So I will say it. What is straight TikTok and why does everyone hate it? We are on the cusp of ending homophobia and now we're introducing heterophobia. What the fuck is 2020?
You gotta censor
Okay.
yourself next time. We're on Twitch, dog.
Sorry.
But that said,
Quote.
fucked up. So that's what Bryce Hall said, and that's why they're beefing, and that's why they're gonna have a boxing
yeah.
match.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, wait.
Other stuff. There's
So
other
Bryce
drama.
said that, and that's why Austin wants to fight him.
No, there's other drama. I don't know what it is, but they had a beef
But
like
that
for
is
a year.
one of them.
Okay, I find that very funny because I don't think. Okay, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna get into it. But
Okay,
that's very rich of him to say that. That's a reason why he wants to fight him. Let's just say that.
I concur.
No, but like
I concur.
it's been going on for a year. I don't know.
I
what
mean,
it
there's
is.
other reasons. Like, I'm sure he has other reasons. Like, okay, Austin. Sorry. Like, okay, Austin.
Girl.
I just like, because we talked about this briefly beforehand, and I don't think, like, Austin has his own little bit of fame from like whatever he was doing, and then he became a YouTube guy, and then I think what happened is he started watching Logan and Jake start getting successful in this genre of entertainment, and he was like, I don't know how to make money otherwise, so I'm gonna hop in on it because whatever he has been doing is just not working anymore.
It's the paywall. It's the only paywall event you can do. It's not even not working. It's just the easiest way to get a bag as a YouTuber.
Well, he definitely
can't
has
get
easy
a-
money.
If there's events, there's no cons, there's no public appearances. So there's no way to get any sort of extra one-time check. This is the only way to do it for them in this era.
Right.
Right?
And it sucks.
It's true.
The jokes, the tie that this has to Logan Paul is that Logan Paul is that the producer who set up the KSI match and the Logan Paul match is the same guy who's setting up this one. And that event showed him that a rabid international fan base of these social media moguls drove more audience and sales than traditional legacy professional athletic events. So it's like, yeah, what Bailey is saying. They're on one hand, the TikTokers don't have any of those public appearances or events, and on those UFC fighters, ticket sales are probably down because not many people are going. Or sorry, boxing, the box tickets are down, and so not that many people are going, and they have to do this. So
because it's mutually beneficial. Boxing as a sport was like fairly dead until Manny Pacquiao and Floyd, right? So they need the extra notoriety, like all the boxing associations that they have to negotiate with to be able to hold these pay-per-view licensed events. So it's like this weird like give and take, because the boxing organizations and these promoters and the arenas and all of the industry surrounding a boxing event benefits the more that these YouTubers also get more successful at having like their stupid fucking fisticuffs.
See, this is like, it's a very, very smart business idea to do that,
because
the boxing industry already has a fan base, because people will watch it just because they like to watch boxing. And then you're also going to pull in revenue of people who watch these celebrities. I'm using celebrities lightly because I don't think that's what they are. But who's going to come and watch? No, I wholeheartedly will never take that back. But so because of that, all these people who have been watching them on social media, they're going to be interested in seeing like either the person they like or dislike get knocked out, right? So obviously they're going to transition over to that. And I mean, there is no other content that's really going on right now. Like there, you know, usually when like Comic-Con happens or any kind of big like con events, there's hundreds and thousands of videos because content creators are there creating tons of videos. We don't have that right now. So what else are they going to do, right?
Like even Raza gets paid to go to a con. Like it trickles down. Like it's not just like them making videos. It's like,
okay, by the way, he's underselling it. I went to it for work. That's it.
That's good. That's a good thing. You should brag about that.
I would like to get paid to go to con.
Yeah,
like,
you should me with brag.
You, Raza. What the heck?
That's a good thing. So what I'm saying is like it's that trickle down economy. It's not just them making content. Like they're getting a bag for going there from somebody, whether it's to wear a dumb T-shirt while they're there or to appear on a panel. They're getting a check.
Yeah.
Right.
That's I personally, I mean, for me, I find it's like all this is just so boring. I find the idea of like famous YouTubers fighting, it's so boring to me. I feel like there's nothing about that that's appealing. Eventually they would have met up and had a fight on a YouTube video at some point in time. They're just speeding up the process. That's what it feels like to me. So it's like, okay. And like adding like the training stuff to it. Because when I used to watch YouTube back in the day when YouTubers had beef, like they literally just met up and dealt with the beef and nobody saw the videos. There was no big thing about it. It was just a bunch of gossip. And now they're like, oh, let's take our beef and make it into
Wine Mom. I gotta challenge you on that. Back in the day.
Okay.
Back in the day, I remember like Onision, Shane Duff, all those motherfuckers would make diss tracks. They would make like 50 videos being like, he said this about me. I'm a dick some tea. I'm a spill because I'm a YouTuber.
I mean, they still do that, Raza.
Yeah,
they still do it. It's like it hasn't changed in like 2006.
I mean, that's true, but maybe that's YouTubers you were watching. But some of the ones I know were dealing with stuff behind the scenes. So.
All right, yeah, that's your thing.
But I just feel like my whole thing now is that, I mean, what I'm about to say is going to be very obvious, and you guys are going to be like, yeah, obviously. It's just like all this beef now that's happening between these people is purely manufactured. I don't believe they hate each other. I don't think it's like, I don't think there's any like, oh, let's fight about something. Like Austin doesn't care what Bryce Hall has to say. It's nothing to do with that. He's like, oh, look at this little white guy, could probably fuck him up. Let's fight him. That's what it is.
The only person who I think took an ego hit was the guy who lost against Jake. I forget his name now.
Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson, yeah, him. You haven't heard, as Bailey said, you haven't heard from him from months.
I don't even know who that guy is.
He hasn't tweeted. He literally hasn't tweeted since he got
He just
knocked out.
died.
But I mean, like, I get it. Like I said earlier, that's embarrassing.
It is
Plays for
embarrassing. It is.
OKC? Is that who he plays for? Someone. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. He used to play for Golden State.
Yeah, Golden State.
Yeah.
He's an NBA veteran, 3-time slam dunk champion.
But
it was like just retired, just free agency.
He did tweet. Sorry,
Oh,
he tweeted in 2021, the first on the 24th. He tweeted a meme.
Oh, okay.
That's
underwhelming.
Nate Robinson watching Conor McGregor get knocked out, and it's Soulja Boy with his Gucci headband, and you could just imagine.
and the Conor McGregor thing, like, he can beat Jake Paul, right? But is that a thing? Is that like a consensus, a consensual, like a consensus thing?
You mean Floyd though?
No, I mean Conor McGregor.
They're beefing too.
Do we agree that can happen?
Yes.
I think Conor can do anything he puts his mind to, if I'm honest, because there's just something about that good old Irish spirit. Like, that guy, if he really wanted to, like, he could have. I think the problem is he's too cocky and he doesn't do his work. But if he wanted to do the work, he could be pretty good. I'm just saying. Listen, I watched his first fight, and it was just so good. It was so good. It was, and I'm not really into that stuff. And I was
but
like,
he doesn't need to win. He lost the hunger. McGregor doesn't need to win anymore.
No,
before he needed to win.
Yeah, he's a dad, and like he's doing his own thing, and like he doesn't care. I mean, he makes money off doing photo shoots and shit now. Like, he's hot. It's fine. Leave him alone. Let him do his own thing.
Hey, wine mom. Jesus Christ, we get it.
It is what it is, Raza.
That was a big flip flop. That was like, he's the best fighter. He's gonna fucking win. Conor McGregor can beat the shit out of anyone, but I also really don't care because he can be a dad, and it's cool if he doesn't.
I'm not saying. Listen, I don't know if he could beat the shit out of everyone, but what I'm saying is,
Floyd.
What I'm saying is that he has the ability to be successful in what he wants to be successful in if he puts in the work. Because it's been shown that when he actually does the work, he's successful. That's why he won so many matches.
It's shown that he lost a lot because of that.
Okay.
Or
let Raza go. Go, Raza.
Or if a Russian man just says no and says Bismillah and then walks away.
Yeah, or that.
I just think his ego. I think his ego got to him, and he was like, "Oh, I'm undefeatable," and like just got lazy, which happens to a lot of people.
You think a man who's played one sport his whole life can learn to beat the best man ever at another sport? You think that was his ego?
So let me repeat myself. I think that he got lazy by taking on a task that he knew he could not do. And instead of going, oh, I could do boxing, and instead of doing the work of like becoming a boxer, starting off small and working his way up to it, he could have been successful. It could have been a fair match. But instead he was like, I'm fucking Conor McGregor. I don't care. I'm cool. I'm going to win. Because he's been successful so much in the past. He was just like, it's in the bag for me. And that he's not lazy.
Okay, yeah.
Listen, I stand by what I say, Bailey, okay?
I disagree. Yeah, the comparison you're making is like Kyle Lowry going like, I'm a great captain, so I should beat LeBron James in a 1v1, because this is how sports work.
No.
But that's not what I said, though. What I said is if he did the work like you're supposed to, then he probably could have stood a chance.
Bro,
if he
Kyle Lowry can be better than LeBron James.
Okay,
bro. It's the same fucking sport. Conor McGregor, George Floyd. That is a different thing on its own. Different sports.
I didn't know Kyle Lowry was such a sore spot for you. Goddamn, good thing you stayed.
I'm still recovering from like last week.
But my point is that if he really wanted to be successful in that, he would have done the duty. I don't think it was about him winning. I think he was just like, let me be cocky. If I win, great. If I don't, I'm gonna make money and I'm gonna do my own thing. Like,
to what Wine Mom is saying, if Conor McGregor spent more time training instead of just doing like what 6 months, I don't know how long he trained for, and then do that.
It's a different sport, Bailey. So that's why, like, I get your point, but it's a different sport. So that's why I'm like,
I will commend Conor McGregor for lasting as long as he did.
Yes.
Well, and he made the best
Shut up,
suit
Bailey.
ever made.
I'm not done talking.
He made the best suit ever made. And I'm done. Go. Sorry.
Go on. Go.
I can't do this.
Kyle Lowry.
Because fuck you, pinstripe suit. That's just too cool. I want one. I want one day. You never saw that? Because he went to all the Floyd press conferences and he wore a suit that was like pinstripes, but the pinstripes said "fuck you" all the way down, like in really tiny lettering.
Like, how do you? But this is what I mean. Like, how fucking cocky was that? You're not even training, dude. You're not even doing what you need to do, dude. And you're out here being like, "Fuck you." Like,
I saw him do like on Instagram go to an NBA game in his UFC gear, so shorts, and throw a free like a 2-pointer, and he's wearing nothing but his shorts that he wears in the octagon, and people are like, why can't you just wear a shirt anywhere?
Tattoos are a brand, bro.
Yeah, he just shows up naked in a basketball court and shoots a 2-pointer and says, look at me, I'm the greatest athlete ever, and then walks off.
I don't think you know much about short little Irishmen. They are a character, my friend.
They are.
Very true.
They have the, how you say, Napoleon complex.
Yeah. I just I just think he could have done better if he had actually trained. I don't even know if he would have won, obviously, but I mean, obviously he lost. Like, I get that. My point is that I feel like he could have been more successful if he actually wanted to be, and I don't think he wanted to be. I think it was just for fun and memes and trolling, because all he did was meme and troll through the whole thing.
Because think about it, if he wins, he gets paid. If he loses, he gets paid. Paid. So it's just like, I'm gonna get paid and go. Can't say this joke on Twitch because Bailey's gonna yell at me, but he's gonna go home and do stuff. But
you can say that joke. You can't say fucking the phobias. You can say go home and jerk off.
I'm sure the Twitter algorithm will be like, it's a quote. It's fine. He's doing it for journalism and integrity.
Oh, sure. Great. Yeah, because it's treated us so well thus far.
I'm brown.
Stop. No, but I think like the whole point that we're trying to get at is just like, it's just money. It's all about money. Trying to make money. However you can make money, just make money. Did I also say make money? Because that's what we're here to do, is make money.
Yeah.
And he also has his whiskey. Is it whiskey? Yeah, it's like.
Oh, he's got a lot of shit. Yeah, he's got whiskey. He's got like signature shoes.
He has like an alcohol. I don't know what it is, but he has one.
I also have a theory that these people who put themselves in situations where they know that they're likely to lose is that they enjoy the self-deprecating humor and like the memes that come afterwards. I think they enjoy that and like being able to brand on that.
I guess, yeah.
I think he enjoyed it. I think he enjoyed it after he got the bag. I think once he's like, I'm rich.
And when he wasn't getting paid for it, he was like, this fucking sucks. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
But now it's like, wait, being a loser is lucrative.
Yes.
Maybe I should take more L's.
Honestly.
Maybe I'll throw more shopping carts through buses.
Yeah. But I think we see that a lot on social media, is that like once people become a meme, like they self-deprecate and they enjoy the shit out of that. They're like, I'm a meme. Like, okay.
It's like Toronto's first lady. What's her face? Chrome.
Debbie?
It's like her.
Oh my gosh! Don't talk about her. No, I do not want to have any beef with that girl. Please, no. Don't even utter her name.
Nah, stay away from that too.
Stop. Listen, she's gonna find this, Raza, and then we're gonna have beef. It's that simple.
You gotta pop.
I mean,
have you seen her TikTok? She does not mess around.
No.
She's trying to call everybody out their name.
Her song for Meg Thee Stallion was like it was like she was switching the gender around. It was something like Meg. It was like something that like more manly, and it was kind of stupid. It didn't hit.
No,
because it was Chromas, but that beef they had with what's his face?
Who, Lil Debbie?
Bailey's man's. What's his face? Tory Lanez.
Really?
What? No,
Bailey
Tory
Lanez
Lanez is not my man's.
Tory Lanez? Oh, good. I hope not. Okay, you're talking about Megan
can't
and
be
Tory?
saying, you can't be saying Tory Lanez is my man's nowadays, Raza. Holy fuck.
What?
That's not how that works.
Just say you rebuke. Just say you rebuke. It's okay. Just be like, I don't claim that man.
I don't claim that.
Bailey was the person who introduced me to Tory Lanez.
Okay, so let's be fair. Let's be fair to Bailey.
What happened?
Let's be fair to Bailey. Okay. It's like all those people who were writing for 6ix9ine for so long, and then when all the drama came out about him, they were like, "Oh, I never liked 6ix9ine." It's like, how about all your YouTube videos reviewing his shitty songs? Let's revisit that, sir. Like, those allegations against him came out way before his music was coming to popular terms, and then when he got put in jail, all of a sudden it's like, oh, we never claimed that guy. You're a liar. Like,
I think Scarborough sort of like distanced themselves.
I don't know. Scarborough is wild. The way that they claim things, I'm just like, why are y'all claiming that? Are you okay in your heads? Don't claim that mess.
Like a 12-year-old kid. I claim that.
No. But I think, like, you know, Scarborough gets, like, I can't even get into it. There's so many better artists from this area that you could claim, like, not just, like, not Scarborough specific, but from, like, the Toronto to GTA to, like, Oshawa, like, that kind of, like, line. There's so many better artists that you could claim. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know, but it's all about that. It's all about that money bag. Because the reason that Tory got so rich and famous is just because he's a ghostwriter. It's not because he's, like, great at producing his own music.
No.
He made a lot of music for other people.
Well, that's common. That happens all the time, right? Because Sia was a ghostwriter for a long time, and now she's popular. She has some controversies.
It's a big part of the
game.
We should.
Let's not do it now.
I like her.
You like her?
Yeah.
Oh, Raza. We'll talk. I'll fill you in.
No, we won't. I already know.
I mean, I can feel. I feel for you, because that's the thing that's so hard about these celebrities, and I try really hard not to.
I like is perfect. I don't know what you're talking about. I've done nothing wrong ever. Chris Evans.
Okay.
Let's
just go to the whiteboard, wipe down the whiteboard, and say like 0 times. It's like zero since our last incident, because we're about to have one right now.
Raza's favorite YouTuber lost their job for jerking off onto a keyboard. Let me just take that for note.
Yeah.
Let's take that for note.
Somebody tell me who that is right now.
Don't say it. No, but
tell me about it later.
There's the thing. There's deeper.
Wild.
And I don't want to. I couldn't, because I remember when this happened, they would be posting videos every day, right?
Yeah.
And then for like 3 days straight, they weren't posting anything. So I was like, what was going on? I was like, weird. So then one day passed, I was like, they probably missed. 2 days passed. I was like, okay. Third day, I went on the subreddit on accident. I said, okay.
Your poor little baby heart.
So-and-so was let go because there was more stuff, not more stuff hasn't come out yet, but there is more stuff. But 4chan leaked his nudes. That's one of the main things.
Honestly,
the main one.
beat
And then
4chan.
What Bailey said.
Ugh, that's wild.
They got two guys. Him and the guy from Achievement Hunter, the one who I told you about, who was
Yeah, the creepy fuck.
Well, this is what I was gonna say. Like when it comes to these, like any kind of celebrities or media influencers, like it's really hard for you to like have a favorite something because like because we talked about this like I don't even know, like a month or so ago we were talking about how our favorite people coming out and being bad people, and Bailey pointed out like how I stand for Mac Miller, which I stand for Mac Miller. I don't care what anyone says. I love that man. But I'm also right. But I'm also willing to look at his past and like see where he's made mistakes, and I'm able to go, okay, he made those mistakes, but I'm also able to look at the person that he is now. Now, of course, that's also mistake specific, right? Like if there's certain things that are like you know, like not that it's hard because you don't want to say yes cancel culture but also no cancel culture, so it's like it's a weird position to be put in, but it's all about how they respond to those things. That's the big deal. And if they don't respond well, like it sucks.
Yeah,
I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken.
I get it.
That's like a very.
He actually suffers from a depression and like that shit. So he put out a statement and then dipped. No one has heard from him since. The other guy, who did worse, tried to come back on Twitch in January, and then he immediately got or like a week later, his Twitch channel got canceled. The guy I like on the Reddit, if you go now, they still talk about him in a positive light. They still not really positive, more like mixed. Mixed. They haven't removed his videos from the channel. In the artwork, they still include him in the artwork and stuff. But the other guy, for the Achievement Hunter guy, I had a worse time because for weeks after the fact, so many other young women came out. And then they put out a video calling him a monster. They removed all of the videos from him, Achievement Hunter. All the fans tried to remove him from their artwork, so they have erased him from Achievement Hunter. Meanwhile, this other guy, they sort of like have him there. There's because, from what my understanding, he just did adultery, like to the point where it's still eligible.
Yeah.
Right? I want to say that with like quotations because I want to get canceled.
Yeah.
But what the other guy did, he did it constantly. He did it like over the course of like years and years and years. I believe.
Well, I think.
Well, because I thought the whole fucking ordeal was because he jerked off on the other shit. So the other shit homie was doing was just like normal, like normal adultery. It's unfaithful. It's bad, but
in the office too. He was also
man. It's real. Like it's so weird how cancel culture works because it's like, who do we allow like a forgiveness, right? Because it's like we were talking recently about.
Well, because
go ahead.
Because just on this specific point, it's like because I agree with this whole talk that we're having too though, but it's like so homie is like it's just normal adultery, but jerking off onto a coworker's keyboard is sexual assault.
That's what
sexual
lost his
assault.
job.
Like,
he's gone.
It was on a coworker's dude. Raza, if you do not text me after this show and give me all the information, you are.
I will just send you
a serial non-texter.
I will let you finish your points. I'm sorry. I just had to point out because I think we're like skipping over that. A part of it was bad. That's all I was trying to go to.
Not even a part of it.
All of it's bad.
In the office, I'm not like nobody is defending what he did. Like I understand that he did fucked up shit, completely. Yeah. He lost his job, but like the comparison, I'm like one guy who did way worse shit, like literally cheating on his wife, having sex with underage women,
icky.
Like no shit like that. He got removed completely. While on this side, there is some sort of like
forgiveness.
There's some sort of forgiveness. Yeah. I think, like, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
But what the fuck were you thinking? No, like, who does that?
Yeah.
I saw the follow-up video of like homies from Achievement Hunter. What's their name? Fucking OG
Ryan
guy with beard, Jack and Michael. I saw a video with them. I felt so bad for them because they're like, we sat there with this guy.
Friends with that guy, yeah, and then having to be like, "Hi, everybody, this person that we're like good friends with and we know for a really long time, and like we have this whole business thing going on. Yeah, he's a piece of shit, and we're getting rid of him. We're so sorry we didn't see this coming ahead of time." Like, how fucking horrible is that? If that ever happened to me with like buried, I'd have to kill them. I'd be so upset. I couldn't get over that. I wouldn't be able to get past it.
Because it was like his wife, like the guy that I follow, his wife just like completely left the internet too. So I check on her Instagram every now and again if she gets all public on her thing. She still uploads, but it's more like her artwork.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gone completely like off the internet, and people were worried about him because he has depression. He suffers from like mental like issues and like that. But so there is some forgiveness, but at the same time, like the whole community sits there and be like,
yeah, you can't crutch that. So this is what I was gonna bring up, right?
Yeah,
before we get into something else and I forget my point. Is like we were talking last week about because we had referenced all the stuff with David Dobrik and Ethan and Trisha, right? And it's like Trisha has probably the most controversial existence on the internet. Like, she has so much controversy surrounding her, but she also has so much mental illness tied to all those controversies, right? So it's like, how fair or unfair is it to give her a new platform? And I mean, I gotta say, with this platform that Ethan is giving her and the conversations that they're having, like, I'm really starting to see her more human than I did before. And so empathy is starting to come out because I'm starting to feel a little bit of empathy for the things that she went through. But at the same time, it's like at the back of my head, I'm like, but girl, you did some stuff you shouldn't have done. Right.
Girl.
Right. But trust me, I know, because I've had times when I've been like, I can't stand her, I don't want anything to do with her. I've unfollowed her and refollowed her multiple times because I'm like, it's too messy. Like, I can't have this in my head, like, you're too messy. But there's parts of it where it's like, I'm starting to see how the monster was created based on the things that she was put through. Because she would always say, if somebody triggers me, I go off. I can't help myself. I just get triggered. And that's her problem, right? She gets triggered, she reacts crazily, and then she has to back up. But she is also known for every time she has a controversy or every time she blows up, she immediately apologizes. Within 24 to 48 hours, immediately there's an apology video, right? So it's like, how much accountability do we give her? And how can you, my point is that how can you find the chance to forgive? What is the like parameters of forgiveness? Like what are they? Because I don't know.
No one has that answer.
Is it controversy?
Social relationship you have. I think like once you're in that deepness of it, it doesn't matter. It's like it becomes that abusive partner that you have. You'll always find a way to forgive them, no matter how many times they mess up. So I think it's like a little bit of that.
Yeah. Because there's so many people that I watched when I was younger. They had big controversies and then they ducked away, and now they're starting to come back again. And it's like, part of me wants to be like, okay, you've been off the platform for a while, like maybe I should give you another chance. And like specifically around Trish, I feel like I'm guilty of giving her too much forgiveness.
So like my thing with this is that accountability though? Is that accountability? Right. Are we like looking at that? Just because she apologizes right away, like the fuck does that mean? Like, that ain't shit.
Well,
like, you're saying, like, what's the difference between Trish apologizing every 2 seconds and David Dobrik recording a fake one?
But this is my point, right? So what is the protocol here? That's what I'm saying, right? It's hard to know, like, what we want to or what we don't want to forgive, because you just like, you really don't.
In a perfect world, do it once and don't like do it again. Yeah, that's how it should be. Especially if you're a YouTuber, how many controversies can you have before you fucking lose it, right? So, and besides, love the controversy at the same time.
But I think also, like, a lot of controversies that do blow up in social media, like, how many people do you know intimately, like your friends or your family or people that you grew up with, that have done similar things and there's been no backlash for it? You just don't even care, you move on from it. But when it's somebody in the social media aspect, it's like huge cancel, let's get rid of them, right? Because I can think of, like, all these big controversies that a lot of these YouTubers have had. I know people personally who have had these same controversies, but it's not talked about because nobody cares about them.
But I think a lot of people care about that, and I think it's like up to the people in their lives to call them out then, right?
Right.
So, like, I get that other people, but you can't, like, those scales are two totally different scales. I think you're looking at it from, like, a very boomer perspective. Like, no offense.
Okay.
Like, you can't just, like, take a blanket, like, this is one type of influencer, and if they misbehave just because Jim down the block doesn't see it that way, then it's not gonna work. Like, I don't think you can just take a blanket, like, this thing applies to the same situation. Like, it needs to then be a larger conversation about holding each other culturally as a society, holding each other more accountable for our actions. But then at the same time, you're saying that cancel culture is an impediment. So then which is it? You know what I mean?
I still don't get the boomer comment in this, but okay. I don't see myself that way, but I'll accept. But my point is just that, like, there are some controversies that people have been completely canceled for, and, like, my point is that sometimes we hold people who have influence to, especially social media people, we hold them to a way higher standard than we're willing to hold ourselves and our friends accountable for. And it's not even just social media people. We also have a tendency to do this with, like, mainstream celebrities. They have big controversies, but people will be like, oh, I don't care, he's so great in this movie, I love him, I'm gonna forget about it.
If you are in a place of influence, people are going to expect you to influence.
Right.
And, like, the whole Lil Nas thing, being a Satan worshiper, people are upset that kids are listening to his music and kids are worshiping the devil, which isn't true. And it's also not Lil Nas' job to parent the kids. It's a parent's job to tell them what to listen to. So, like, there is a weird sort of disconnect. I find that the people expect influencers to set up the standard of like, this is how it should be, but they're just people. You have to decide that shit on your own.
And that's like, where I think, like, that's where I think it's like, that's the outdated perspective side of it. That's where the boomer comment comes from. Because I don't think
that is outdated.
I think those lines, I don't, like, think the
why is it a celebrity's job? Sorry, on.
Because that's my point. It's not this. I don't think any of the kids, any youth, anyone under 25 that's avidly taking in, like, up to 6 hours of social media a day because that's the regular, like, they are not holding them to those guidelines. It's just another human doing their other thing, and their reality is so distorted by it. No one's holding that type of accountability to these people. It's like an outdated perspective to be like, these celebrities are role models, so they need to behave this way because we all need to follow them. Like, it's just not how it's perceived.
That's not what I'm saying. The opposite of that.
I don't see where my
I'm saying the opposite.
I don't think that I hold these people to any form of accountability. Like, I think, like, I remove myself from what I don't enjoy, and that's fine. Like, it's up to other people to hold them accountable should they feel like it. But, you know, like, it's my responsibility to tailor the information that I'm taking in. Right?
But so, like, you're saying that the controversies are, like, that it's less of a deal with Jim down the street than it is with like the celebrity.
Absolutely
right?
not. No. I will call out my friends and family for the shit that they do. But what I'm saying is, when it's celebrities, it's a huge mass and it's all hyper focused on, but nobody ever wants to hold their friends and family accountable for things. That's what I'm saying. Because there's a lot of people that I know that are out here talking shit about what celebrities are doing and how celebrities are acting, and social media influencers are this and that, but they are the same people doing the exact same things behind their own screens, but nobody can see them doing it because they're not a social media influencer. That was what I was trying to say.
Like, for example, go on Twitter. Go on Twitter. People drop the like N-word and other colorful words all the time. Nobody says anything about that.
No.
So, sorry, Mama.
No, but it's true. I mean, I get what Bailey's saying, right? Because like, how do you, when it's young people consuming, and this is like, I literally said this to my girlfriend this morning. The problem with social media is that there is no clear line as to like who these people are, because are they social media superstar famous people, or are they literally like you and me who are on Twitch uploading to the platform, right? And who's gonna hold them accountable? That's the reality,
what
right?
differentiates themselves from us?
Well, that's just like I'm starting to find now that there is no integrity anymore, and especially with like, I don't know. I'm getting angry looks. I'll just stop.
Well, no, I'm just saying. No, we were kind of both agreeing. I'm saying more so. I agree. If my head nod was like that. I think there is no integrity, but then that's why I think it's important that you have to establish that as part of your brand. You can't like backwalk it. Like we have to be like, here's us blatantly. We're a little, we fuck up. I'm gonna make a bad boomer joke, and then Wine Mom's gonna get pissed, and that's who we are. Rather than us try to like put up some false image of like, oh yeah, everything's going great, because then that's when the fucking facades start to fall.
Well, I just mean
because there's. You can't backtrack. That was badly worded, but I believe and agree with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I hear what you're saying. But I just mean like, as far as celebrities, like I feel like or media influencers in general, because there are some people that are just like doing, I mean, I can't. I just feel like there's a lack of integrity in people who are producing content, and they're getting to the point now where it's just lazy, and that's why things are
God damn right.
Well, it's the yellow journalism. So it's gonna be chaos for another fucking 10 years until some weird shit happens.
Right. But it's like even with the
media first.
Right. But even with the like Lil Nas stuff, it's really become like, the thing is like, I think a lot of people don't realize that like he was very big on Twitter before he ever became famous. He was literally a huge meme account. It's literally his whole brand and personality is being a fucking meme. He loves that shit. And then he goes and he does this, and like, sure, maybe there was some underlying serious tone to it, whatever. I just feel like he literally was like, enjoy my fucking meme, bitches. Buy my shoes, give me money. Like, I'm chilling, I'm vibing, I'm doing this whole thing. And people are freaking out.
Dad, bitch.
Right, and people are freaking out. And this is like, it's like, you know, I was talking to my girlfriend about this, and it's like, we both agree that if you're watching something like that on social media and you're like, okay, this guy's really just like, okay, dude, like, do your thing, but like, also, I'm gonna just like unfollow you until this is over, and when I'm ready to like come back into the conversation, I'll come back into the conversation.
He's fully aware of it because he talked about it. That's why he specifically talked about it before, because that's why he made sure he came out when he did, so that no one would like mistake it as another one of those. So if he's talking about it back then in relation to him coming out, he's very savvy how to fucking troll the internet.
Well, like he 100% knows what he's doing, and he's making everyone upset.
You should see the Twitter argument he's having with a bunch of conservatives. This girl named is Katie Minox or something like that, and she's like a right-wing gun girl. She tweeted out, she's like, oh, Lil Nas has this satanic leftist music, and this is what the kids are listening to, and she's younger than me. She's like 20.
LOL.
She's like, and there's a meme of her, she shat herself in college, and that's her. What she?
Oh, you're talking about Caitlyn Bennett. You're talking about Gun Girl.
Gun Girl, yeah. And then he's just like,
Queen
like
Poopy
I'll have
Pants,
sex
like
with, I'll have sex with your dad, and then he blocked her, and then she just said, "Oh, here's Lil Nas saying he's gonna rape my dad on Twitter.com."
Okay.
You can't say that word here.
What?
You can't say that big bad word here.
It's R word. He said R word.
I said,
Right?
R word, the big one, and
R word.
and everybody was just saying that's not what he means.
No, that's not what he means. But
It's
she's
just
gonna push that message.
consensual dudes
Yeah.
getting it on.
Well,
So-
because he probably could pull her dad. So
I believe
Probably.
so.
sorry.
Probably.
No, she's a whole mess. Like she's. Yeah, I don't follow her. I'm pretty sure I have her blocked. I don't care for anything she has to say. Her rhetoric is just like purely baseless bullshit that she just like shits out of her mouth.
They try.
She put this one video up
Unironically.
of her cooking, she's like, oh, I like the traditional.
Oh, I'm a home wife and I cook.
I'm a home wife and I cook.
Like, get out of
Yeah.
here.
I
you
like cooking
toad.
for my husband.
Yeah, if she really believed that, why'd you spend all that money going to school and getting educated? Get out of
And
here.
the
You think I'm
carrot,
stupid?
Of watching her cut the carrots, it's like how a kid does it. It's like, this is not how you do it. But
Right.
my mom taught me that's not how you fucking do it, and that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And shit. Like it's like this thick of like, and she's putting this in. Hey, Haley, look at the camera. This thick of slices, and she's putting in the fucking pasta of carrots. It's like
It's called Gun Girl, right? Yeah.
Gun Girl, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've seen this. It gets, because YouTube, because I like watching like history of guns or like how guns are made, and then it's like, oh, here, you definitely want to see this really sexy girl with pistols, and it's like, here, this is definitely what you want. Like,
I don't think no, I don't think she's a really sexy.
I'm
girl.
down.
Like,
No, thank you.
And there's something wrong with these conservative. She does. She looks like a. Okay,
it's me. Don't talk about people's appearances. It's not nice.
Or just let's be real here.
It's hard for me, man. I
On
hate
Twitter,
I can't.
my rule is do not make fun of a person's race, gender, sexual orientation. Those are my 3 pillars, right? But their looks, free game.
But I
Go nuts.
I just
Go
don't.
nuts.
I don't like to be
Go
mean
nuts.
because I don't want people to make fun of the way I look. So it's not nice to do to other people.
Yeah, it's
But
a
my
weird
point
fine line.
Is though, but she's
a horse girl. She
I
looks like
can't.
she rides like those
I'm
girls.
glad that Ross is doing it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
horse
like
girl is a
two
little harsh, but
Like Sarah Jessica Parker.
honestly though, but like honestly, when your opinions on the world are that ugly, like, come on.
You shouldn't
I
have
agree.
them.
It's hard for me to like be nice to you.
100%. 100%.
Like you're.
And the thing about conservative women who marry men very much could be in the closet because her husband and Abby Shapiro's husband and some other husband look like
I know what you're. I know Bailey's like Raza, but it's people have been having that conversation online. It sucks, but because I feel bad for the guy. Like he's just trying to like, live his own life, and like he's been roping with this dumb girl. Honestly,
sorry, no, go. I was gonna go off on a rant.
I just feel bad for him because obviously he loves her in some form, and that's why they're together. Listen, I don't know the intimacies of their freaking relationship, but the point is he got wrapped up with this girl, and now he's under a microscope about his life and like how he is and how he acts, and it's like.
It's because, like, without even, like, taking it too personal, it's like the conservative whirlwind of politics. So if you have any sort of dynamic relationship, it's got to be behind closed doors. And then, like, all of a sudden, that's why there's a lot of, they'll be, like, either open relationships, poly, or the dude's gay, or some weird shit. But then it gets even fucking weirder and creepier because they can't talk about it because all of a sudden you've got no money, or your church hates you, or this some conservative bullshit comes down and shit.
Very much like that show, which y'all should watch. I forgot the name. I just had it on.
I was like excited for this one too.
It's Handmaiden's Tale. I knew you were gonna say that. I read your mind, Raza. I knew you were gonna say that show.
I like that show so much. Y'all should watch. I've been. It's like my homie was. He helped build a set because it's shot in a bunch of
Toronto, yeah.
Hamilton, Sudbury, here in the city too. Burlington, Brampton, and shot a whole bunch of places. But y'all should watch it. It's such a good show. Messed up, very good.
So yeah, I'm the kind of person that like if I can't handle something like emotionally or like just like sociologically, I'm just like no, I'm out. Like I'm not even gonna do it because my problem is like I get on the phone with my friends and I start freaking out because I'm like this is so wrong and I'm mad about it. But it's like, what's the point in getting upset about? My anger is not going to change anything in the moment. I try to avoid it.
She read the books or the book while growing up. She's just like interested in it in Downton Abbey. So we're like, let's get that date going. Me and Mom started doing that. We have like a lineup of shows now. We're gonna start watching together.
Listen, Bailey's over there having snacks, and I'm getting upset.
I can't do it because these are too loud. I was trying
no
to
more
sneak
snacks.
Them. They're loud snacks. Like, look.
One time I was gonna.
I'm just jealous because I don't have snacks.
One time, midstream, I was gonna Uber order KFC and just have it brought in for me.
I low-key was gonna order food today while we were recording, and I was like, I'll just get food before.
I'm okay with some snacks as long as they're not loud snacks. I just always have crunchy snacks beside me, so it's like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Have I seen the podcast? I forget who runs it, but it's the one where they smoke weed. And they just talk for.
Smoke weed every day.
Is that the Doug
like
Benson
every
one?
podcast ever.
I know.
Isn't?
It's not.
I literally know of a podcast called 420 Day Fiance where they smoke weed and talk about 90 Day Fiance.
Oh my! See, I would listen. I don't like 90 Day Fiance, but like I could vibe with that.
He's one of my favorite hosts. I love him. I'll show you later.
Oh my goodness. Oh, can we also, let me just make one other note, right? Because we were talking earlier about drama. Oh, here comes Raza. Sorry, what?
Doug Benson. Sorry.
That's what I said,
No, it's
bro.
okay. I just didn't know what it was. No, because we were talking earlier because Raza was saying how he's been listening to like podcasts and like listening to like podcast beefs and all that other bullshit, right?
Unfortunately.
Can we mention how somehow people who do podcasts sort of fly under like they just kind of fly slightly under the radar? Because guess who's like back to making his podcast every day as if life is fucking normal?
Crystalia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Literally, like nothing has changed. I'm a great dad. I love being a dad. I'm a great dad. Also, I have a kid. Did you know I'm a great dad? And I'm doing this podcast, and everybody forget. Don't look at what you hear. I am a great dad.
If I just throw enough shit at the wall, you won't see the original shit stain I put on the wall.
He's literally uploading an episode a day. Because I watched the one where he posted, "Oh, I'm back now and I love being a dad and I would die for my son and I'm a dad." I watched that because I just wanted to know if he was going to address anything, and obviously he didn't because he's a little windbag. But then now he's like literally uploading every day, and I'm so like I'm over it. Like go away. Like fuck off. Stop uploading on YouTube. Like just get out. Go away. Like.
Tell us more. I don't like Crystalia. Tell us more.
Ugh, go away.
He's just gonna keep going.
The first headline I just read was Crystalia is quietly coming back to comedy.
I want to punch my desk right now. I'm not
almost every single Roganite has done this. Like all Crystalia did was call Joe Rogan and say, "Hey, what did literally every other of your friends do when this happened to them?" That's what happened. Yeah. They shut up for a while. Yeah, it's like they shut up for a while. You sit there about 6 months, 9 months, and then you come back. You kind of mention it. You talk about how it was tough for you, and you just fucking hit them with as much content as possible.
If you have a mental breakdown, have a keto diet. Keep on going.
He was like, yeah, Louis C.K., you got canceled for jerking off on people and in front of people. You know what? Lay low. Just a year and a half, and just every open mic in New York possible.
Dude, I can't watch like pre-2010. Louis C.K. would come as the dumb conservative cop in like every sort of like sitcom, like in Parks and Recreation. He has a big connection about Aziz's character doing something in the van, but then he wants to sleep with Amy Poehler's character, so he's like, oh, okay, this is all good, but the entire time he's just like saying, oh, who is this R word and stuff like that, and so it's just like this
Aziz is the one I have empathy for. Poor Aziz didn't deserve to get
motherfucker. No.
Why did he do another? Did he do something?
No, I don't have empathy.
Oh, okay. Okay. We'll talk about that one another time. All right, fair enough.
I did. Okay, so I wanted to make note. Did you guys ever watch Impractical Jokers?
Yes.
I know I feel like I'm being
really.
so random right now.
I
Okay.
was not the one.
So Impractical Jokers, literally so funny, Bailey. If you have not watched it, please go back and watch like 2 or 3 episodes. It's literally hilarious. Yeah, they're so funny. But do you know that Saul, which I think he's the funniest guy because he's like naturally funny and kind of dorky. He's the chubby guy with the short beard, not the long hair. He's cute. Him and Q, like they own that show. But no, so Saul, I can't find the name of it. I'm literally like here on YouTube, like trying to find the name for you guys. I cannot find it. But Saul has started doing a podcast with one of his friends.
Oh, yeah.
And it is like, I've only seen a few clips of it here and there. I haven't been able to like actually listen to it. It is freaking hilarious. Like Saul is so naturally funny and like he's that like adorable funny kind of guy, and it's so funny. It's so good. I wish I could remember the name. It's bothering me so much. But everybody stop watching Chris and start watching Saul, okay? Say goodbye to Chris and start watching
I recall Saul.
time.
Fucking hilarious, Raza. That was a good joke.
But my point is, like, don't give that guy any more of your time. No more watch time. Stop.
I mean, I think they're going to bring him back in You.
Yeah, I think so as well. Unfortunately, it seems like they're talking about it.
Are you talking? Wait, sorry. The Netflix show You? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because Chris Durant's pants. Yeah,
I'm kidding, Bailey.
You don't think so?
He's dead.
Oh, okay. I never actually watched You.
Motherfucker died.
I saw them talking about the production.
I didn't remember, but I was like, who knows what?
He literally is who he is in the show. I think I made that comment.
Good.
Yeah.
Before.
Good. I'll have to watch that shit. You
so
already seemed
weird.
so creepy. I really did not want to watch it in this era. I was like, I don't need to watch another thing. It's already so
honestly,
it's incel town right now. I don't need to watch a movie, a TV show.
It's not. No. You gotta watch You. You gotta watch it, Bailey. If you have not, it is. No, like that show, so good, so well written. It's ridiculous how well written.
It makes you the worst part. I didn't. From the first watching of both seasons, I didn't fall for any tricks because I know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
It made you feel bad for the fucking main character. It makes you feel bad for Joe. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is like, I felt bad for him from the first episode. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So to me, I'm just like, this piece of shit is gonna murder the next piece of shit. Everybody's killing because he's a jealous.
Spoiler alerts.
Yeah, so this show came out like a decade ago. So
yeah.
Okay, so
Famo, you gotta watch it. Please watch it, please. Please.
Okay, I'll check it out, and then we're also
if you love us at all, please.
Okay, all right. If I have, I'll add it to my homework sheet now. If you guys are both at
the ending of season 2 is actually pretty good. Like that, what happened, the twist. I was like, oh my god! I was physically yelling at my TV. I was like, no. What? No.
Yeah, me and
Okay,
my
I'll
girlfriend
watch that
watched
shit.
season 2 separately, and then we watched it together. It was that good.
It's pretty good. And then, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Bailey was going to give us a timestamp.
Yes, we're at an hour and 15, and we're just rambling about TV shows now. So do we have another topic before chat time, or do we want to close out with just TV talk?
We can close out.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to say we can keep talking TV talk and then naturally close the
I
conversation.
know.
I mean, yeah, you can do that too. Either or. Live, deciding what to do. Everybody enjoy.
Another show that y'all should watch is Dead to Me. It's another really good show.
Yeah, I've seen. Is it funny? I heard it's like kind of funny.
Dark comedy. It's got Christina. She's an Anchorman. She plays the love interest of Anchorman.
Yeah.
That movie's so fucking good, by the way.
There's so much good TV. The thing is, like, my brain can't focus long enough to watch, so I don't usually watch.
Yeah, I just started. I got out of my Riverdale thing like a year ago.
Oh,
and,
no. I barely sat through that. I'm sorry. It got too cringy.
Yeah, it just get way too cringy. It's like, what kid in grade 11 or 12 owned a fucking bar, or not a bar, a diner, and then he has an underground or she has an underground like casino thing, and then Archie goes to jail for selling drugs.
Yeah, the Jughead gang thing, I was like, I'm good. I'm gonna check out. This is not Sons of Anarchy, so I'm out. I'm done
I couldn't
here.
stand with it. It looked so weird too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like Archie goes to jail. And then the dude who he's talking to, he's like, "Yeah, I had to drop out of grade 3 to sell push drugs to help my nan." I'm just like, "What? Where were you growing up? Riverdale is proper."
The nondescript drugs in the town that you never see an addict in, you know?
Yeah, never, right. And then it's like, so somebody said the script was written on a predictive text.
Gross, boring, finished, done, over, canceled, close it.
No, this guy was like pitching the script for a very long time. That's what he had it like written for a long time. I knew that part because he was trying to get it produced and no one could understand. Like, wait, no, it's Archie, but like teen drama.
Sexy.
They're like, but where's the ginger and the blonde and the brunette? That's how it works.
Yeah.
Like when they made which character, they changed a lot of the show. Like,
the thing that really sucks though is that the Jughead character was a really good character, and then they just started like fucking with it, and I was like, okay, now this is not Jughead anymore. Like, it's not connectable for me or like enjoyable, and I'm done.
Day one, I thought Jughead was a fucking cringe fest. I hated.
No, I liked it. I thought it was dorky and cute. You're mean, Raza.
You will get my third-party perspective because I did see a few episodes of the first one, and then my partner was just watching the most recent shit. Yeah, it's a totally different fucking character. He was like at least like
completely like adapted, changed, finished.
It was weird. It was so weird watching him. I could barely tell.
And then who's like? I do like how Betty's dad. Oh wait, I can't say shit. Do you spoil?
I don't care. For the I guess. Don't spoil.
Do you care about?
No, I know it's
Betty's
funny though.
dad.
I know it's funny. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're funny about. Alright, fine. Okay, with that, we're gonna wrap it up because no spoilers. So that's a good, weird downbeat in the topic. So thank you everybody for tuning in. This is Same Shit Different Day. I'm Bailey, and this is Raza. Raza, right? Where do you want people to find you on the internet?
On Instagram. My shit is in the description.
And that's it, I guess, because he never posts to his story. So you're gonna sign up to his Instagram, and then that's it. So, this is Wine Mom. Wine Mom is still an analogous being. Soon they will become an illustration, but they will not provide their social media.
Fun fact.
Okay, but soon. Listen, I'm working on things. Okay, just give it time. Soon.
Okay, good. And
Can you have a sneak peek?
Maybe.
Alright.
maybe like off stream we'll talk about it.
There you go. And so we're gonna head over to the chatting section. If you're watching this on YouTube, every time we stream Mondays at 7 p.m. Sometimes we're late, about an hour, maybe not this week. And if we do, stick around to after because we answer your questions or just hang out. And thank you again. Y'all are awesome. And now we're going to the chatting part.
I am the utility man. you use my car.
He is supposed to be the dude with like the best plans, because in the comics and even the animated one, this guy's hella smart. Like this guy would be like, all right, blow me up, Darkseid. Darkseid would be like, you're bluffing. You kill me, your whole planet's gone with you. That's Batman. That's the Batman we like, right? Like where he's so methodical that he's willing to die. Like he'd be like, I bet my whole team got me, bro. Like what are you gonna do? So what? You can take Soups, take him. Take the Flash, take Wonder Woman. I don't even need her, bro. Come at me. I'm Batman. What are you gonna do? You kill me, your whole planet's gone. Darkseid,
Yeah.
All right, go. Take your whole fam, take your league. Earth is yours. That is Batman. He'll be like, yeah, if you kill me, GG, I still win. No matter